Dust blunts potent, had me comatose, having nightmares of my people overdosing. Why I don't sleep a lot, but you too are my feelings and pain. Real whether I speak or not. Shit is true facts, get two slaps, swing.
Hey there, welcome back to WoozyFly.com's The Set At JSM Music. I'm your host, Justin Kutcher, here with Bekay. And Bekay, I first have to ask you, I go to your MySpace page, and the first thing I see is Governor Spitzer's Girl, and you got a song about that already.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to write it, and how much fun was it to write it?
I like to, you know what I like to do, actually? People who follow my shit know that, I like to be up on current events, you know? It's something everyone can relate to, you know? So even if you're not a big rap fan, you know, you hear some funny shit, everybody's talking about it. So I'm saying right away, boom, 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 I get right to the pen, to the pad. I think I wrote that in, maybe an hour and change. It was just ready to come out, you know, and just did it right there. I mean, I got a studio at the crib, boom, 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 sent it out to the big guys to get it mixed, done. Turnaround time's 5 hours, you know what I mean?
And what's been the feedback so far on it?
It's good, it's great, you know what I mean? It's funny shit. Everyone can relate to that and laugh at it, so I mean, why not, right? You know?
And if nothing else, you at least have the picture of her on the MySpace page, and that's gonna sell.
There you go, you know? I mean, look, if she's gonna make mad dough off of fucking the governor, then I'm gonna try to get a little attention off of her being a slut, you know what I mean? So that's what it is, you know? Why not, right? If she could do it, why can't I try to make a little something of it? Plus, everyone can laugh at it, so, you know, thank you, Ashley DeVray.
I guess it can't be said any better than that. You've had some collaborations with Saigon. Is this the same Saigon from Entourage?
Yeah. Saigon from Entourage. Yeah, we did a joint. It's on actually my my future album coming out. Hunger Pains features him and Inspector Deck of Wu-Tang Clan. The joint is called The Raw, and the cuts are by my man DJ Dutchmaster, the greatest ever. And it was a dope record. It did really well on the college charts. It charted really high, and yeah, you know, Saigon's a cool dude, you know? What's up, Sai?
So, when are we going to see you on Entourage?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Maybe next year, maybe something like that, you know?
That's what you got to
Turtle might manage
on.
me next year.
Yeah.
You never know. Maybe next year, hopefully, you know?
New Yorker for, Turtle New Yorker. We got to get that going.
It would be a great thing. Hopefully, you know, maybe they'll be using a couple of my joints next year. I don't know. We're talking about some stuff, so.
Well, you talked about the college records, the college radio scene, and how big is that for you to?
Well, I mean, I would like to say, I mean, for me, it's a big thing, and it definitely is a gauge of for underground artists and people on the come up, you know, get a lot of recognition, and if those DJs that are really digging for that talent are playing your music, you know, I think it speaks a lot for the music, you know. It used to be a lot bigger in terms of, a pathway towards commercial radio, maybe 5-10 years ago, but, that's kind of dwindling out a little, but, I mean, the real people who still love the music are still, those are the guys digging for the good stuff, and, it's
Yo, check it out. Yo, there's a reason that you hate me, cause you ain't me, and I'm thoroughbred, bitch. The reason you won't break me, time flies, it's a bitch. Might cry a little bit. I'm the reason that your psychiatrist exists. Snuff you. I'm the reason that your girl won't fuck you. I'm the reason kids in Brooklyn got someone to look up to. The reason that we in Iraq, Bush's pops invaded first and decided to fly back. The reason your little bro wanna go nuts and fuck those sluts. Smoke dust in the back of Dunkin' Donuts. That radio bullshit, there's a reason you love it. Brainwashed by 50's $10 million budget. You signed? If the label had a dick, you would suck it. I wanna put it pop in the box and really hug it. I put her in a box, take pipes and club it. She better off dead than manipulated by the public. That's the reason, motherfucker.
You actually have been on two of the biggest stations here in New York, Hot 97 and Z100.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So that's got to be huge for you.
Well, I mean, yeah, I have to guys like me who don't have the $1 zillion budget, and back of them, I gotta sneak my way on those stations any way I can. So I've been doing it a long time, and the relationship I build with certain people. So they'll show me a little love, or I'll sneak in on, I used to get a lot of spins on the morning show on Hot 97, because I was cool with Sway or whatever, and DJ Wonder, stuff like that. So, yeah, it was a great looks, They gave me a lot of burn, on a couple of those stations, so it's a good thing.
So
it's hard to get in that position.
Did you know that they were going to play your music, or were you just chilling and riding around, and all of a sudden you heard the song on the radio?
I didn't know totally. For Z100, I just got called up by a lot of people. Yo, they're playing shit on Z100. Oh, all right, it was cool. They ran one joint a couple of times. Same situation, morning show. Everyone's on the way to work calling me up. I'm fucking sleeping. Straight up. And the other one too. Just I didn't know when and if and when it just happened. And a lot of people just called me yo, I heard you on the radio this morning. I woke up, my alarm clock went off, and it was your shit. I was like, all right.
All right, well, as far as the credibility issue goes, 97, Z100, you were among the 25 finalists for MTV's Making the Band.
Yeah.
So how does that hurt or help your credibility in hip hop?
I would say it can't hurt. I mean, how could that hurt? I mean, I'm a dude who's about grinding it out. You know what I mean? If you got a goal that you want to reach, the dream is always there to dream. I love hip hop music. I'm gonna do it regardless. But if you have a goal that you're trying to reach and you want to be in the face of everybody, you have to go out for yours and do everything you could do. So if there's a tryout for a show like Making the Band, which I may think is whack, I might be there anyway just to prove that I'm better than the 50,000 people that did it. And, the proof is in the pudding. So when it comes down to the final people and I'm still standing there in front of those people's faces, I think it says a lot. You know what I'm saying? So anybody could hate on the actual show itself. I'm not a fan of the show. I never was. I'm not a fan of most of the MCs on the show. No disrespect to them. But, it takes a lot to go through that gritty trial process and get to the end of it. So, I mean, it is what it is. Some people may not like it. Some people may like it either way. Kiss my ass, but I was good,
What was the whole experience like, though? What was it like on the show?
It was like torture, I mean, it's like, it's a show, you know what I mean? Every day, there's a disregard for the fact that people is there following their dream. And the regard is to make a good TV show, which is, I guess it's understandable. That's cool. And you got to try to use that tool as an artist, I guess, to use it for what it's worth. And that's what it is, But the hours are crazy. Even just trying out is crazy. If you make it past a certain round or whatever, you're there all day, from 10 to 11 at night, 10 in the morning to 11 at night.
Right.
Go home, go to sleep, wake up, go back, sit there all day, all night, perform a bunch of times. It's grueling, So the people who made it, if I do or do not love their music, they still, I give them props for going through that and going through the whole process because it sucks,
But if nothing else, at least you got you in front of some good people. And maybe could help you later on.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I've already had a previous relationship with Bad Boy, so I kind of just did it to show them that I was better than all those dudes anyway, and I was gonna end up back in front of their face, which I did. So I was kind of happy with that outcome.
Yo, pussy, talk about pulling your hammer. I'm the reason your corner store got security cameras. The reason sluts in Brooklyn is open, cause I smile. That's the reason that they pussies is soaking.
So what's going on next for you?
Well, right now, the Horror Flick LP is out on Coal Mine Rawkus Records, and me and Coal Mine are doing an EP, a mini version of that with some remixes on with some big producers, my man Domingo, my man M-Phazes in Australia, and that's going to be like 3 or 4 of the joints off the album. That's coming out digitally on May 13th, so go get that, or I'll come get you. It's good music. It's real hip-hop music, so if you like the culture and you like hard beats, lyrics, cuts, then you're going to love this, straight up.
And before I let you go, obviously BK, it's because you're from Brooklyn, so pretty cool to come up with that name.
There's a million reasons, but yeah, I mean, my initials, the borough, everything,
If there are more reasons, let's hear them.
I mean, well, my initials are BK.
Okay.
I'm from Brooklyn. And when I was a little kid, I kind of somebody kind of gave me that name, I was hanging out with older kids a lot, running around like a little punk trying to hang out, and I was writing graffiti and whatever, and somebody just said, I guess based off my name, well, they kind of gave me that name, which is cool. You could say, oh, somebody's son you, whatever. Nah, I mean, I was hanging out with the older kids. They said, yo, you write BK as your graffiti, Bekay. All right, boom. That's like a third reason. And then I used to do all kinds of drugs and shit, and I used to do a lot of K, so if I was sniffing, it had to be K. Just a bunch of silly shit, you know what I mean? Basically.
So we just found out a lot of information about you in a short amount of time.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's what it is, man,
Awesome. Well, BK, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me,
Best luck to you and with that release on May 13th.
All right, good looking out, brother. Woozy Fly all day.
He is BK. I am Justin Kutcher. Thank you so much for joining us here on WoozyFly.com's The Set At JSM Music. And as always, don't forget, WoozyFly.com. Create your own buzz.
Yo, pussy, talk about pulling your hammer. I'm the reason your corner store got security cameras. The reason sluts in Brooklyn is open, cause I smile.